The Peaceful Mother.
Hello and welcome to The Peaceful Mother, where I empower you to go from reactive parenting to proactive parenting, helping you heal old wounding and teaching you how to regulate your nervous system so that you can show up as the peaceful parent that you aspire to be. I'm Emily. I am a parenting coach, a trauma recovery coach, and author of The Angry Mom's Guide to Self-Regulation. You may already know me from my Instagram or Facebook pages. Whether you are new here or not, I am so glad that you decided to click on this video. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share so that we can get this information out there to as many parents in need as possible. All right, let's get into this. All right, so today I'm going to teach you a few techniques that you can use when you are feeling angry, frustrated, enraged. Now, these are the emotions that so many of my clients and so much of my following currently really struggles with. This was my story. This was my main struggle when I was a new mom, and it took me by surprise. And it's why I wrote The Angry Mom's Guide to Self-Regulation. And it's really why I got into this work in the first place. So whether you consider yourself an angry parent or not, we all get angry. It's a part of life. You know, somebody cuts us off in the grocery store, our partner says something with a little bit of attitude, our children behave in so many challenging ways, things upset us. And so whether we are using these kind of as maintenance drills where we are doing them regularly, which I do recommend, do them regularly each day, regardless of how you feel, so that you get less triggered when those kind of upsetting situations, stressful situations happen, or whether you use these as emergency drills. You're in the heat of the moment, you are super pissed. What can you do? Because here's the thing, anger is not a problem. A lot of us think that anger is a problem. Anger is a normal, valuable human emotion. We want our anger because it sends important messages to us. But what we do with our anger can become a problem. And so these techniques are going to help us release that emotional energy, channel that energy, get it out of our body in a way that's productive and healthy so that we are not screaming at our children and we are not hitting and we are not throwing things and making rash decisions and that we later regret. And also we want to not hold it in our body. A lot of us we're trying so hard to be that peaceful parent, and it results in us just suppressing our emotions. We don't want to do that either, so we really want to release it. Let's go ahead and establish our baseline so that we can test our nervous system afterwards. If you don't know what I'm talking about right now, please pause this video and go onto my page and find the video that says testing your nervous system. It's just a couple of videos back from this one, and watch that so that you understand what I'm talking about and so that you know how to do it, and then come back and see us here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and establish my baseline. I am gonna do my simple head rotation. It's my go-to when I'm sitting, and go ahead and do a little bit of movement there. Okay, now I've established my baseline. Let's get into tense and relax. There's a couple of different ways that we can do this. The first is we are just basically going to clench up our whole body. Sometimes I find that difficult, so I like to kind of give myself something to squeeze onto. And so I grab my hands like this and squeeze the hands while getting the whole body into it as well. So we are going to squeeze super hard, not as hard as you feel you need to. Don't hurt yourself. Remember that sensation is good, but distress, pain, not good. Listen to your body. So we're gonna clench it all up, and then we're gonna intentionally release it. So let's go ahead and get started. It's gonna look like this. Okay, let's go ahead and test our nervous system and see how we responded. Okay, I'm definitely rotating much further than I was. Ooh, and that is much better. Now, I should mention that tense and relax is something that you can do whether you're sitting or whether you're standing. This next one is going to require that we stand. So go ahead and stand up if you're not already. Okay, so the next one that we're going to be doing is windmills. Now, we are in a new location, at least I am, so I need to establish my baseline again. So I'm going to do a simple forward fold. Okay, I'll go ahead and do a rotation as well. All right, I've got a pretty good idea of what is going on for me. So windmills is super simple. You're just gonna Give myself a little more space. You're just windmilling your arms. I'm doing this about 5 to 7 times. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and test again. All right, my head rotation is not going to be very accurate because I moved locations, but that is why I did the forward fold. So again, let me know in the comments, how did that work for you? All right, so you might be thinking to yourself, okay, so I'm super upset. I'm in the middle of a situation with my child, my partner, my boss, whatever it is. I'm so mad. I'm not just gonna start tensing and relaxing or doing windmills in front of them. I mean, maybe in front of your kids, but you know, you're at work, you're driving. How am I supposed to do those things when I'm in front of somebody, I'm in public, I've got my hands on the wheel driving? What can I do? Well, let's get into the straw breath. Now I'm in a new location again, so I'm gonna go ahead and establish my baseline once again. Okay, so the next technique that we are going to do is straw breath. So we're simply going to take a deep breath in through our nose, and then we are going to breathe out through our mouth, but we are going to have our mouth look like a little O, as if we are breathing out of a straw, blowing out through a straw. So it's going to look like this when we breathe out. So let's go ahead and do it together. Okay, and you are emptying your lungs, you're breathing out as far as you can, as much as you can. And then let's go ahead and test. See how your nervous system like that. My body always loves straw breaths. All right, how was that for you? Please let me know in the comments what's working for you, what isn't. And stay tuned for my next video where I'm going to go over some more emotions and different techniques that we can do for that specific emotion. And, you know, this is part 2 of a small series that I have going over about 4 or 5 emotions. So stay tuned for those. Before you go, I do want to remind you that I also have my 7-day nervous system reset challenge available on my website now. I will go ahead and link that in the description, where you can get 7 days of new techniques every single day to regulate your nervous system. And it really walks you through finding what works for you and what doesn't, and building a practice that you can move on from the challenge, move into your life with, and begin to really rewire that nervous system. So be sure and check that out.